with reading trauma. These signs have nothing to do with intelligence. This is not about discipline. It's not even about how much you love books or don't love books. Today we're talking about 5 subtle signs you are struggling with reading trauma. The truth is that these signs are subtle. Like when I begin to mention them, you see that you may have never could have thought that this could be a possibility. But the truth is that reading struggles rarely show up loudly. They show up subtly in patterns. Your brain develops and begins to understand that this is a thing. So your brain will need to listen. You need to listen to what I'm saying now, because it will take a lot for your brain to understand on its own without these guidelines. Well, I don't want to bug you so much. I just want to say happy welcome to the Smart Short Break series today. And I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. My job is to help you as busy professionals master confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Today, we're talking about 5 subtle signs you are struggling with reading trauma. Don't be here alone. Share this live with someone that should be here today. Let's go. Let's have this conversation already. You are most welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Show you 5 subtle signs. These signs are not just natural signs. They are not just everyday signs. They are about patterns that your brain has developed to be able to stay safe, feel safe around books. And interestingly, these signs, these things they have tried to do, still doesn't make your brain feel any safe. Hello, Pearl. So good to have you here. Let me know in the comment section where you're joining me from. Today, I want to show you 5 subtle signs that you need to pay attention to, and why forcing yourself to read has never solved it. Number 1, you keep acquiring books, but you struggle to start these books. Hey, Ivy. Hi, everybody. I can see you in the comment section. If you are that busy professional that you still buy books, today is January 20th. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for joining in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You will love it being here today. We go like Mondays to Fridays like this, West African time, to share with busy professionals like you everything that has to do with confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. I am Leslie Grace, and I'm the confidence coach. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so if you're that busy professional that continuously buy books, save articles, download PDFs, you see one free book online, you will download it, put it in your phone, and the desire to read is there. Like, it's undeniable. You cannot even deny that you love to read. But somewhere inside you, starting to read these books every time you buy them feels heavy. Now, if this is you, put in the comment section for me. Coach, I'm here. Just say yes. Anyway, if this is you, I want to tell you this truth, right? The truth is that this is your first sign that your reading struggle is reading trauma speaking. Because this means that your brain still values knowledge. That's why you buy books. That's why you borrow books. Even if it's your neighbor, you just saw one book and you tell your neighbor, let me just read this book, I'll hand over. Whatever that is a sign that you love books. But now, associate the books. Your brain loves books, but then your brain is also associating these books with pressure. So it is the pressure you are feeling. That's the reason why showing up on your table to actually read, start and finish those books is hard. That is reading trauma playing out there. But the good news is that in the healing from reading trauma course, that pressure will be removed. The pressure that comes with starting books will take it away, because you get to heal from reading trauma. And it's until you heal from reading trauma, you cannot approach reading safely. It's about how you feel about a thing. Remember the last time you went to a maternity clinic, you wanted to choose a hospital where you give birth, there was a feeling of safety that you felt. Yeah. That feeling has to do with safety. And it is that feeling that makes you feel, okay, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. I want to try what these people are doing. So if you can see me, you can hear me, if you don't feel that safe around reading, the first sign that you're struggling with reading trauma is that you keep acquiring books, but you struggle to start those books. So if this is you, you keep acquiring books, but you struggle to start these books, then you need to get yourself into the Healing from Reading Trauma course. That course begins today at 8 p.m. West African time. You put in the comment section, heal, we'll give you access to that course immediately. On the screen, the information is there, but if you put the comment section here, in case you're watching replay or catching replay of this class, of this live session, you would still be able to get access to the class as at today. So get yourself registered and jump in before 8 p.m. By evening today, we'll shut the door because we don't want people coming in and they don't know how to navigate, right? So get into the Healing from Reading Trauma course. In that course, you'll be able to approach books safely again. Number 2. The second sign you are struggling with reading trauma is that you read, but nothing seems to stick. You are reading. You love to read, but it feels like you just finished reading now, and somebody says, oh, did you say you read 9 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club, I beg your pardon? And you say, oh, yes, I read it. And they're wondering, okay, so what happened? What does this book have to say? You can't say anything. So what happens is that you're reading books, your eyes go across the page, but comprehension fades quickly. Like you just finished reading, you can't tell us anything. And that's why I say that reading trauma is terrible, because this same reading and nothing sticking is what happened to us in primary, secondary, university days. They forced us to read. We're forced, we're pressured, we're shamed when we failed to read. We were embarrassed in public, where everything happened to us. But at the end of the day, we read, because they kept on shouting on you. Your parents told you, oh, if you don't read and pass these exams, you're no longer my child. You're not my friend. If you cannot read this sentence. Your parents think they are motivating you, but they were putting pressure on you. So now, as a full-blown adult, your brain associates reading with pressure. And that's why the things you read 10 years ago, those books your parents told you, if you don't finish and pass your exams, you're not my child. You can't remember anything from those books anymore. You can't remember anything else. So today, it's still the same reason. If you read and nothing sticks, you can't remember anything from that book. It's not forgetful memory. It is reading trauma. Reading trauma, yes, you've not heard it before. It is silent, it's subtle. Today is module 1 of that Healing from Reading Trauma course. And module 1 talks about understanding the wound. We will unpack the wound called reading trauma. You've never heard it before. I can tell you. It's something that happened to me. I worked with quite a number of busy professionals across the globe, and I've seen it happen to them. Before we got to the point to say, hey, there's something called this reading trauma. Let's name it. Let's tame it. Today we'll be unpacking the wound. You will see yourself, and we'll be able to unpack it and separate the wound from you. You are not the wound. Join the Healing from Reading Trauma course. I'll see you in class today. 8 p.m. West African time. We'll talk. We'll unpack the wound. So if you see yourself reading but nothing seems to stick, your eyes move, but everything you read just fades away. It's not a focus problem. It's a safety signal. Write it down. It's not a focus problem. It's a safety signal. When your brain senses emotional or cognitive strains, storage is locked. Yeah, that's how the human brain works. That's why you can't learn under tension. You can't learn under pressure. Others, they want to punish you and give you some hand and tell you want to learn a lesson. You didn't learn any lesson. You didn't learn any lesson. You still went back to do those things that they punished you. So because that's how the human brain works. The human brain does not work in the midst of emotional or cognitive strain. It doesn't work that way. Love always wins. It's not just cliche, it's the truth. The lessons we have learned came out from systems where there was love, where there were lessons to be picked up from, not from a place where you're already emotionally or cognitively strained. Storage is limited. I was listening to my mentor today, and she talked about the emotional bank. For most of us, our emotional bank around reading, there's nothing inside. We didn't see people love books growing up. We didn't see adults love books growing up. And now we're full-blown adults that are dragging us to read. We can't walk. When the brain senses emotional or cognitive strain, it does not store anything. That's why you're reading and you're forgetting what you read. It is not a focus problem. It's not a memory problem. It is safety signal. The safety sign is saying you are traumatized. There's a reading trauma to be healed. The Healing from Reading Trauma course is for you. Because in that course, you'll understand why reading under pressure blocks retention. And then most importantly, we'll show you how to restore learning without force, fear, or failure. Learning can be done without force, fear, or failure. Oh, learning can be done without fear, force, or failure. But you see, this thing has been there for years. So these subtle signs you don't know. So the first subtle sign, I said, you keep acquiring books but struggle to start reading them. Number 2, you read but nothing is retained. Number 3, you have a trail of unfinished books. So for some of us, it's not that we buy books and we don't read them. For some of us, it's not that we read and we forget. But for most of us, we have a trail of unfinished books. You start with good intentions, but then you stop without closure. You don't finish the book. The truth is that, dear busy professional, there's a hard truth I want to tell you. Every single unfinished book is quietly adding to guilt. And you know how this thing plays out. Anything that makes you feel guilty, anything that builds up guilt inside of you, you don't learn anything. So when this guilt is being built up over time, sorry please. So what happens is that over time, your brain begins to say, oh, this person is just a pack of unfinished books. Your brain begins to learn a rule. If I can't finish it, it's safer not to start. So the cycle of not reading begins with the step of leaving unfinished books. So it begins with one unfinished book today, tomorrow another one. By the end of the year, your brain just says, you know what? We never finish what we start, by the way. We never finish what we start. So what's the point? Let's never start after all. This is not inconsistency, dear book bingers. It's not. I called you book bingers. That just that. Okay, dear busy professional. This is not inconsistency. This is avoidance conditioned by shame. Write it down. It is avoidance conditioned by shame. It is avoidance conditioned by shame. The good news is that if you can see and hear me, let me know in the comment section that you can see and hear me. It seems like my network is not clear enough. So let me know in the comment section that you can see and hear me. Okay, so I'll just continue. Healing from reading trauma course helps you because it reframes unfinished books. It takes away the failure signal you have, it takes it away. And then it keeps you on a space, in a place where there is momentum for your reading. So you begin to read consistently. You begin to notice that you're more consistent with your books other than before because you've been able to heal. So unfinished books leave guilt. Guilt leave this heaviness that you just feel, okay, I start and I don't finish. So what's the point of starting after all? So, can I be seen and heard?